name is Soma. Welcome back. This is a video about the causative passive voice for u-verb in a very casual version. This is a bit confusing, so please don't give up until the end. Here we go. If you are a beginner, please skip to here. I recommend looking over these videos for a deeper understanding of this lesson.
U-verb plus serareru.
In this video, I explained the pitch accent of causative passive voice, serareru, saserareru.
Let's review U-verb plus serareru with matsu.
Here we have matsu, u-verb, which means to wait. When we turn matsu into the causative voice, we put seru, the verb helper seru, after mata. Then we have mataseru.
Change vowel u into a plus seru.
The verb helper seru conjugates as ru verb. So, when we turn it into passive voice, we put rareru after matase. Then we have mataserareru, which means to be forced to wait.
Omit ru plus rareru.
病院で待たせられる。
U-verb plus sareru.
待たせられる is grammatically right, but nowadays, many Japanese native speakers, including me, use different styles to show causative passive voice. 病院で待たされる。What's the 待たされる? Let's break it out. 待たされる consists of the causative verb 待たす and the verb helper れる, which indicates the passive voice. 待たす conjugates as a u-verb, so when we turn it into the passive voice, we turn 待たす into 待たさ and put れる after it. Then we have 待たされる.
Let's break up matasu.
Su in 待たす is an old verb helper. We use the su sasu instead of seru saseru in ancient days. So 待たす and 待たせる mean the same. 待たせる is right. 待たす is just old or just dialect. But the 待たす still remains in the causative passive voice. Let's see how it is conjugated. 待たさない、待たした、待たす、待たせば、待たそう。待たされる。Please notice this is old. Please notice that 待たせられる and 待たされる have the same meaning, but 待たされる used the older but casual style. If you are a beginner, just memorize that u-verb plus される is used in daily conversation for indicating the causative passive voice.
Example 1.
Her boyfriend is late on the date again.
彼氏に待たされる。待たせられるが正しいんですよ。だって待たせられるって言いづらいんだもん。I agree with her. Saying 待たされる is easier than saying 待たせられる。I think it's the main reason why we usually use 待たされる in daily conversation. ほら待たされるっていいんじゃない。ね、今ではどちらでもいいんですか？あら、いつの間に。And for the same reason, we don't use this style, される style, for the u-verbs which end with su. For example, 話す、試す、殺す。We don't say 話さされる or 殺さされる or 試さされる or kind of. We don't say that.
Examples.
Here, I will introduce some examples using other verbs. The teacher use せられる and others use される daily conversation style. Here we go. 先生に立たされる 立たせられるですよ。
リハビリでいっぺこと歩かされた。
歩かせられたですよ。
いらない服を買わされた。
買わせられたですよ。
兵隊は戦争で戦わされる。
戦わせられるですね。
The pitch accent.
About the pitch accent, they are the same as u-verb plus reru. So, 待たされる買わされる. Please watch this video. That's all for u-verb plus sareru. Here, I will give you an additional topic that many students, especially those who live in Japan, wonder about. I think this is a good chance to explain the following problem because we were talking about the causative verb matasu so far.
Which is right.
Here is another problem about the causative verb matasu.
またしてごめん。この通り。
待たせてごめんですよ。
またしてでしょ。待たせてだよ。
待たせて
またしてじゃん。待たせて
が正しいんです。
ほら。私またしてだと思う。
せ
またしてだ。しわかんない。
Some people believe that またして is right. Some people believe that またせて is right. Actually, またせて is grammatically right. But in Kansai area, many people believe that またして is right. As I said, matasu isn't used by the average Japanese native speakers, but some native speakers usually use matasu in casual conversations. They believe matashite or matashita is natural sounding Japanese. And younger people like using Japanese slang, so saying matashite or matashita is being spread widely because of this. But this is not allowed in the Japanese test, so I recommend using mataseru and their conjugations for indicating the causative voice, such as 待たせない、待たせた、待たせて、待たせます、待たせれば、待たせよう、待たせられる、待たせられた、待たせられました kind of. It's okay to use matasu or matashita or matashite in daily conversation because some native Japanese speakers use it and it's depend on the region thing. But please don't use them in the Japanese test because they are not admitted as an average Japanese. Other popular verbs indicating the causative using su. Kakasu, which means to make someone write. Kawasu, which means to make someone buy. They are mainly used in the western region of Japan called Kansai. Odorokasu to surprise, and amayakasu to spoil. They are really popular. We can say odorokaseru and amayakaseru, but most people use odorokasu and amayakasu. Kogasu to burn and tokasu to melt. They are grammatically correct Japanese. Taberu is the verb, but we can hear tabesasu in many dialects.
猫にご飯食べさせた？まだらって言うてよ。
食べさせたですよ。
食べささねばならに。食べさしたかに。食べさしたろか。食べなるらかね。
That's all for today. I hope this video will help you. どうもありがとうございました。お疲れ様でした。See you!
ご飯ね食べさせねばならない。猫にご飯食べさせた。 旅旅